Leos, hello, hello, my loves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but it is legit just like you're only doing one video a day right now. So, whatever. We got the mother in the castle, the seed in the forest, the creator, and the mystic. Leos. Well, I mean, the mother is the idea of like an identity, right? Clinging to an identity, gaining your identity through other people, or trusting that you've gotten what you needed from something and or like someone and releasing it, like that energy exchange has lost its value. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, you know, that's what it feels like, right? Like the energy exchange lost its value. I feel like it lost its value all, all the way back there. you know, it's time to go in new directions. It's time to go and do things that we haven't done yet and be done with these cycles of just, well, I started this read last time and then I stopped it and I started it again because I felt like it got like super concentrated on a topic for way too long. And so, but like I'll mention it, I guess, but it's just the idea of like fixated obsession. Dealing with people who are fixated on you, dealing with people who are analyzing everything that you do, dealing with people who want to talk to anyone and everyone that they can about you. Meanwhile, you're like, I don't even speak your name, yeah? you know? But like, I feel like, you've been caught in a lot of energies where people have like, they've wanted to, I guess just like they wanted to have something to say, you know, and then talk about how they don't do things like that. And you're just like, well, I mean, you can fake it till you make it. There's no shame in that game, I guess. you do you, boo. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I don't know because it feels very like, I don't know. I just feel like I want to like separate myself from something, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like there's just this like energy here and I feel like it's just like it's pushing me away. And I want to go in a direction that is just different. It's different, right? I don't want to feel capped out. I don't want to feel like people think that a Leo stellium, this one right here, you know what I mean? Like a Leo is gonna hand over their identity. You know what I mean? Like the fuck out of here with that. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like people who wanted who wanted the shine, right? They were like, you're gonna be my spotlight, you're gonna be my hype person, you're gonna be da 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 da. And it's like, no, I'm not. I only do that for the people that I love. Like and I don't love you. you know what I mean? Though? like like I don't know. I don't know. I just feel this sense of like I need to go where I can shine. I need to go in directions that, like that don't just seek to use my light. You know what I mean? Like I need to go in directions where my light is a part of like an ecosystem that creates life. You know what I mean? Like bitch, I'm the sun, not a fucking spotlight. You know what I mean? Like but I think like I saw this meme today and it was like because I already know because I'm psychic, so I know. and I was like, yeah, that's valid, but I just feel like Leos, you already know, right? Whether it's intuitively or with a psychic knowing or What, you studied some astrological chart till you were like fucking psychoanalyzing someone that you have absolutely no right to do. And excuse you. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. But I feel like, again, it's just that energy that you've been dealing with, right? Or, if you've been going through a divorce and you've had, like the whole drama that goes along with that, like who got what friends and what's everybody's family saying about everybody else. It's so exhausting, like, ugh. But, but again, it's that sense of like, well, you're just here to identify through us and you don't really exist outside of us and whatever, 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 or like you're, in a community of people and, or, like you meet someone and you're like, yeah, like I would love to be able to engage in the community, like, and have that, like that door, because I'm just like, I don't know, because I get really uncomfortable when I think because in doing this, I put myself in a position to be under attack for an extended period of time by people who were just really, really mean. And so I just feel more comfortable if I have somebody who's like I don't have to like feel like my existence is going to just like send such like horrible energy at me, for like a long fucking time. Like that damaged me. But like to share that with someone and to have that used as like a means to like, oh, well, that means that you won't be in my way. You know what I mean? Like that means that I can just shove you to the corner. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, no, I like, that is such a wound for me, such an open wound. And anybody who would look at me and want to hurt me because of a wound is not somebody that I will fuck with, and it's just like, and anybody who caused that wound, who says that they're anything other than what they are, is a liar. But do what you got to do. I don't know. This feels very emotional and very like, but Leo's, I mean, I feel like you feel all of the emotions. You feel anger, you feel sadness, you feel frustration, you just feel like give me back my identity and get away from me if you have bad intentions. You know, like no matter where it's occurring. I just feel like you've had people who've wanted to just get in your way. You've had people who wanted to, like keep you under their thumb. You've had people who've wanted to tell you that you haven't been doing the work that you've been doing. You know what I mean? Like you've had people who've just like steady been on some shit, And so you've been really protective of where you plant your roots, I've had so many people tell me that I need to ground, I need to ground, I need to ground. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying. But it's kind of been that idea of like, but where do you go if all you get is criticism and hatred and you're ugly and you should wear makeup and you should get a boob job and you should get a nose job and you should da 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 da, and you're like, oh, I can't stand the way that you laugh and I hate the way that you sound, and just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why don't y'all look in the mirror for 5 seconds? Like, why don't you look and see what I see and lay the fuck off of me? You know what I mean? Nitpicking, yes. And again, however that plays out for you in your life, whether you're, you're working with people who like you go in and you do an amazing job and all they can do is just criticize like a little thing here or a little thing there because they're just looking for little things to criticize. If it's a relationship and they're like, somebody wants to put you in your place and they're going to tell, oh, you know what I mean? They want to tell you what you're not so that you know that you're not. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, cool. You're right. I'm not. Deuces. Like, oh, it can play out in so many different ways. Truly, truly. Take what resonates for you, how it resonates, and leave the rest. Yeah, because people, like when people do that to you, they do that to you because they want to bring you down a notch, because they want to manipulate you, because they want to be in control of your light, because they want to make sure that that light shines on them, because they don't want you to be able to do anything without them, because they need you. So they're going to, rather than like a healthy, normal human being who says, this is something that I need in my life, so I'm going to express that, they try and manipulate you. They try and put you down. They try and make you feel less than so that they can keep you in the place that they want you, which is where you just shine light on them. And then when they walk away and they close the door, your light is fucking behind a closed door. Put people on my ass. Yo, lies, lies, lies. Everything. Six of Wands, Page of Wands, Hierophant, and Two of Cups. Sorry, y'all. It's so hard, It's like it's like a habit, like a long-term habit of just all of the things, But it's this idea of getting swept up in something, because I feel like you know what you want. You already know what you're seeking. You already know all of the things. You're like, I already know which direction I need to go. I already know who can and cannot go with me. I already know all of the things. Like, everything else can just go. Everything else can just fall. I feel like I'm swept up in, the Two of Cups is the idea of a relationship, but I feel like this is more like the idea of like creating something that you love, right? Like getting the seed into the garden where you can plant it and create and grow and develop your dreams, your knowings, right? The things that you see, the things that you hear, the things that you dream. You know what I mean? Like the things that you've spoken over your life over and over again because you knew, like a mantra, that you were calling it in. You know what I mean? Like, Leos. The Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, for some of us, it could be a relationship. The Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is also a card of creation, but the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Wands, because I think for a lot of us, we have felt like, I'm so ready to be in a relationship. Listen, I am a Leo Venus, Leo Moon. I am just like, let me love. You know what I mean? Like, I have so much love inside of me. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've been like, okay, I think I'm actually ready for this. I think I'm actually ready to start creating my life. And I couldn't even really, I think, call it into me because I was so, I wasn't ready, and I knew I wasn't ready. And it's like, don't do things if you're not ready to do them, because you'll fuck it up. You know what I mean? And people want to like rush you 10 times to Tuesday to like do things and be things. And it's like, yeah, sure. Like if I want it to like torch after 15 seconds, sure. I'll be an unstable person who's not ready to do things, doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Like that doesn't make any sense. And so, like Leos, we have really been working. And I feel like we've been working on strengthening ourselves. And a huge thing for Leos, because we operate from the heart space, is love, right? We've been preparing ourselves because we want to passionately create. We want to passionately love. We want to passionately be engaged with our friends. You know what I mean? Like we are so passionate, and I just feel like this, like all of the things, all of the people who were like putting us down, putting us in our place so that we felt like we were dimmed down and put in a position where the only time we could shine was when we were shining on them, and otherwise they would shut the door and no one else would receive our light. Ugh, skankies. Skanks. Ugh. Leos. It's real though. It's real. But we're the sun. We do love. We are passionate. We are creative. We do like, we're curious. We're excited. We're ready to like, all right, like, let's do this. Like we have all these ideas and all of these things that we want to do. Like, let's fucking make it happen. Right. I mean, Leos are not about just sitting around. Yeah, definitely not with the Aries energy. Definitely not. But yeah, I mean, you've got the Seven of Wands again, just like getting away from all of those people who are so just like hateful, just hateful for the sake of being hateful. Like what type of family celebrates someone's death who's alive and barely alive? You know what I mean? Like just nasty people. But you worked and you were like, I'm going to burn these fucking walls to the ground. Bet, bitch. And you're tied to it because you tied yourself to it. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. It's just kind of like decisions made and directions being taken, because who has time to be hidden behind walls that can't really hold the power of the sun? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. No, I thought it was funny though, because listen, for all of those people out there who think they're super strong and magical, your magic cannot touch the magic of my mother. And my mother had me bound and wrapped so tight that I couldn't move. Your jar still didn't do shit. But it's cute that you think that it did. Please leave. Agape. The truth is, I'm too bright. The truth is, I am backed with a magic that really and truly, like it. There are people who can touch it. There are people who can touch it. You know what I mean? There are people who can hold that magic, who can hold space for that. And those people are fucking powerhouses. But listen, Leos roll with pride. We don't like to fuck with people who aren't powerful. We don't like to fuck with people who aren't insanely talented, because I'm not going to pour all of my passion and my love all over mediocre. You know what I mean? Like, never. What a waste of this abundance. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's part of this. Like you can't waste the abundance of the sun. And if you want to, then the walls will get burned away. But you're seeing your way out of that, because I feel like the walls, like just burning it all down, Because who the fuck is anyone who wants to build walls around us? You know what I mean? To prevent us from creating the life and calling the earth to life. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I mean? But Leos, I think that we have just been feeling really overwhelmed with this, like, people wanting to box us in, people wanting to dim our shine, people wanting to tell us that we can only shine if we shine our light in their direction, and it's like, no, I'm meant to shine my light in every direction, like, I'm meant to call things into life. That is my purpose. And I know it. And I think that because you know it, you know you know the directions you're supposed to go, you know the things you're meant to create. And I think that you feel like you know that you're ready. I just feel like I know that I'm ready. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to call in. Well, for me, I would say I'm ready to call in a life partner who I can create and build with, because I feel like I'm sitting on so much energy that I'm ready to explode everywhere, but I just don't have that, like, whole thing situated. You know what I mean? But also just because of, like, even my chart, I know that I function so much better in a relationship, and I always have. I am a relationship person. That's just who I am. And I always share that with people before I, like, engage in an actual, like, relationship scenario with them, because not everybody's on that vibe. You know what I mean? Like, some people are just trying to date and have fun, and you know what I mean? Like, it, so, like, if you're not on the same path as me, then, like, there's no need to be on my path. No need, like, deuces, it was real. That's great. That's fun. Like, I'm trying to build something that is literally my purpose, like my soul's purpose. And I just, like, I don't have time for frivolity. You know what I mean? But Leos, whatever it is that you're calling in, whether you're like, well, I really want to have roommates, and I really want to start to, like, create this kind of environment, or I really want to travel and I want to create this kind of environment, or I really want to whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I want to start a business and I want to create this kind of environment, or, I want to develop this and, create that type of environment. However it plays out for us, I feel like we've gone through a process of really just like those sputtering out cars, right? That we just, like, needed to leave on the side of the road. Like, they were junk. And that junk, I think, for a lot of us translates as, like, as people who've been in our lives who have just, like, obsessively hated us. Like, they hate us because they ain't us. Like, I'm sorry that you are, you know, obsessed with me. You know what I mean? Like, but, like, stop, you know? But, that, I mean, like, and I say that, and I say it half jokingly, because I don't think that that's real in terms of just people in our lives. But like, I've had some people out there who have steady obsessed and steady thrown nasty at me and are just, wow. Like, if you hate me so much, then why are you in my energy, But I feel like you recognize those people when they step into your energy field, because you've dealt with it so much, and all those people want to do is build walls around you, and keep you from really standing in your power. And when they keep you from standing in your power, they keep you from your life's purpose. And excuse you, I have things to do. I have places to go. I already know what I want, and I already know how I'm going to create it. And that is all there is to it, right? Leos, I love it. I hope it resonates with all of us. If it does, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.